students, let's begin with our chapter 3. And in our chapter 3, children, the chapter's name is Atoms and Molecules, as we have discussed earlier, or already we have covered in our part 1. So let's revise what we have studied in our part 1 and then we will move further. So in the part one, children, we have seen that like few scientists, we have studied about few scientists and their theories or their discoveries. So first one, which was like first scientist, he was an Indian philosopher. So according to Maharishi Kannada, whatever we see around us, like whatever materials we have, okay, that is a matter which was discussed earlier. So that actually is the Padharth, okay, that actually is Padharth. And then when we divide that Padharth into tiny pieces, okay, that Padharth into tiny pieces, so we get the tiny particles, and those tiny particles are known as Parmanu. Okay, those are known as Parmanu. This was given by Maharishi Kannada. So further, children, Pakuda Katyama said, okay, he was also an Indian philosopher. He elaborated his same doctrine, like whatever, like he said that whatever particles are present, children, they are in the combined form. They combine with other particle and they give different forms of matter. So this was given by Pakuda Katyama. Further, children, came out Greek philosophers like Democritus and Leucippus. Okay, Leucippus and Democritus. Further, nicely it was described that this particular particles, tiny particles, are known as matter. Okay, look at this nicely. Sorry, it was known as the atoms. So Democritus, the main purpose, main description of atoms was given by Democritus. Democritus called these particles, okay, if we have a particular substance, when we cut the substance into tiny pieces, there will be a last stage where the substance cannot be divided into pieces, and that state is that particle, that tiniest particle which cannot be further divided, is the atom. The term was described by the term was described by Democritus. Okay, so further Democritus, further nicely he described or he termed it the tiny particle as atoms. Further, children, came Anton Lavoisier. Anton Lavoisier, he came out with different laws. The first law was law of chemical okay, different, these were the law of combinations, law of chemical combinations. And these laws, and in this only we have two laws. That is, one law is law of conservation of mass, which says that matter can neither be created nor it can be destroyed. Further, children, we have law of constant proportion or definite proportion. This was in the second page. Look at this. This constant law of constant proportion says that whatever in a chemical substance, okay, in a chemical substance, elements which are present, they are always present in definite proportion by mass. Like example we have seen last time, that in water, if you take gutter water, if you take sea water, if you take salt water, if you take water from China, if you take water from Japan, from anywhere, if you are going to take water, the formula of water will be H2O. That means two atoms of hydrogen will combine with one atom of oxygen. That is going to be fixed everywhere, children. So this that is going to be fixed everywhere. So this law of constant proportion was given by Lavoisier. Further, children, further came, further came John Dalton. Okay, further John Dalton came with his theory. He just followed the same terms given by the old scientists, like for example, Indian philosophers and the Democritus, Leucippus. He just copied the same thing, children, and he gave his postulates. His own ideas also he has followed, and he just gave few postulates. According to his postulates, look at this. I'm just going to zoom. According to his theory, what John Dalton said, that all matter is made up of very tiny particles, and those tiny particles are called atoms. And further, these atoms are indivisible particles. And then I have explained everything in detail last period, and just it's a kind of revision. And also, like atoms of given elements of any particular elements are identical in mass and chemical properties. Okay, so this was the about the John Dalton's theories. So John Dalton said that atoms of different elements have different masses and chemical properties. Then atoms combine in the ratio of small whole numbers. They never are divided. Half H2, whenever you are going to find anywhere, half O, half H, you will never find such. So they combine in the small whole numbers, children, to form compounds. Next one, last one, children. The relative number and kinds of atoms are constant in given compound. All like everywhere in any particular atom, like the elements are in a definite proportion. That only is given by John Dalton also. So till here we had studied in the last part. This was a quick revision of the last part of the in the last part what we have studied. This was just a quick revision, and then now we will begin with a real chapter, the real part of the chapter, children. So in the next part of the chapter, we have the question asked. Okay, they have asked us the question, what is an atom? Okay, so let's begin. What is an atom? We should know the thing, because if atom, in the first two chapters, still we were stuck with the matter, that what actually is matter. Matter is anything that occupies space and has mass. So that we have studied in the first chapter. Now here in the first and second chapter, here and there, everything same, similar things about matter we had discussed about solid, liquid and gases, plasma, BC. But now real chemistry, we are going to start with a real chemistry. So your children, what is an atom? Okay, so this is very important part. So let's begin with the very important part. In this chapter, children, you should know these important terms. Atoms. Atom is the basic unit of matter. Like for example, okay, I'll just show you something. Atom is these four terms, at least you remember, children. Atom is the basic unit of matter. Okay, that means everything, whatever material we see around us, whatever substances we see around us, it is made up of matter. And that matter, if you're going to divide into fine pieces, very fine pieces, the tiniest piece which is indivisible, that piece is called atoms. Then also we can say that, when a person, like a mason or the engineers, when they plan out the building, okay, the house which you are staying in now, okay, that house is made up of the tiny blocks. That tiny blocks are the bricks. Same way, children, that your whole building is the matter, and that tiny part, bricks or the tiny parts which is used for making the building, is the atoms. So you have to remember, your whole building is the matter, and matter is made up of tiny particles, and those tiny particles are atoms. You have to keep in mind how you will remember. Like let's take example of our school building. When our school building, like the old batch, the first batch children, they have seen the construction every day. The construction process was going on. You have seen how floor by floor it got increased. So the basic unit, you'll find bricks on bricks on bricks on, and bricks on bricks were arranged and the building was constructed. Same way, children, that whole building is a matter, and the tiny bricks are the atoms. So what is the meaning of atom? Atom is the tiniest particle of the matter. Okay, so the what how you can define atom? The basic unit of matter is atom. So big atom, big, like if you take a big substance and if you divide into tiny pieces, and that tiny pieces are the atoms. So when you combine all the atoms, they form a matter. So you have to define it as the basic unit of matter is atoms. So this is about the atom. And let's see, children, what is these four terms you have to remember. You have to by heart it like hell, children. You have to remember, because it's very important one. Somebody has joined. So till now what we have seen, very important term. What is atom? Atom is the basic unit of matter. That means to make a matter, we need atom. So atoms, tiny atoms, they combine together to form a matter. So next one, children, you have to remember a very important thing, that is compound. Two or more kinds of atoms, they bond together to form a compound. Like for example, I'll just show you, I'll write and show you. They are just to keep in mind two or more kinds of different atoms that are bonded together. They bond together to form a compound. What is a molecule now? Two or more kinds of atoms that are bonded together, they form a molecule. Okay, next one, element. Element is made up of only one kind of atom. I'll just show you one examples, because if I'm just saying, you won't understand. So let's pay attention, children. Just pay attention what I'm trying to explain. Now, in the periodic table, children, we have H, hydrogen, second one is helium, then third one is lithium. Okay, also we have oxygen, nitrogen, okay, chlorine. So we have these elements. These are few elements. I'll just show you, and I just have listed out few elements. So these are the elements. Abhi hydrogen, if you take, hydrogen has only one type of particles. So hydrogen, helium, lithium, oxygen, nitrogen, chlorine, these and other elements, 118 elements, these all elements have only that particular kind of matter, that particular kind of atoms. For example, take hydrogen. Hydrogen में क्या होगा? Only hydrogen. Hydrogen particles will be present. Take gold. In gold, what will be present? Only gold particles will be present. Take silver. In silver, only silver items will be, silver atoms will be present. So this is, you have to remember that what is element. Element has only one kind of particles. They have only one kind of particles. Next one, children, you have to remember what is a meaning of molecule. I'll just show you. Okay, now do you get the different, like now this one big one is the matter. Ye bada hai, matter hai. So what is matter? Matter is anything that occupies space and has mass. Now this matter is made up of very tiny pieces. Okay, very tiny. इसके अंदर बहुत छोटे 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 pieces है. So that tiny pieces are indivisible. अभी last बहुत tiniest pieces, and that tiniest pieces cannot be further divided, and that particular tiniest piece or tiniest part is the atom. You have to remember that is the atom. So atom is, first thing you have to remember, what is matter. Matter is made up of tiny pieces. Both the matter is made up of, like it is it has, sorry, matter is anything that occupies space and has mass. So further we have studied about atom. So atom is the basic unit of matter. मतलब वो basic unit, unit means one. So that is where, like atom, they combine together to form any matter. So first term you have to remember matter. What is matter? That matter is anything that occupies space and has mass. Second definition you will remember, that is what is an atom. Atom is the basic unit of matter. ओके मतलब atom जब combine होते हैं तो matter form होता है. ओके, so next thing you are going to remember is the element. So elements are present in the periodic table. There are so many elements present in the periodic table. So how you will define these important terms, you have to remember, huh, children. So first thing you have to remember about matter. Second thing you will remember about atoms. Then you are going to remember about elements. Elements क्या है? Elements have only one kind of particles. They have only one kind of particles means what? They have only, like for example, oxygen has only oxygen particles. Chlorine has only chlorine particles. So you have to remember that what is the meaning of elements. Elements, they have only one type of particles. Okay, they have only one kind of particles. So you have to remember this thing. Next thing, children, you will remember about, okay, next thing you are going to remember about the molecules. Okay, you have to remember what is the meaning of, and just I'll just take a new color so that it will be interesting. So next thing you will remember about molecules. What is the meaning of molecule? So what is meaning of molecule, children? Molecule, when atoms they combine together, when एक atom छोटा atom, when atoms and atoms they combine together, they form molecules. I'll just show you one example. This is one element. Okay, ये oxygen element है. Okay, oxygen O is oxygen. So ये oxygen का element है. So this element has tiny particles of oxygen only. So अगर मैं एक ऑक्सीजन का एटम लेती हूँ, okay, I'm taking one oxygen atom and I'm combining with other oxygen atom. So what I'm going to get? O2. So this O2 is molecule of oxygen. This O2 is molecule of oxygen. So look at this one more I'll take. I'm taking H, hydrogen element है. I'm combining with other H. ये दूसरा H hydrogen element है. एक hydrogen element combines with other hydrogen elements and they form H2. ये दोनों क्या form होंगे जब मिलेंगे तो H2. They are going to form H2 and this H2 is nothing but it is a molecule. So H element हुआ hydrogen element, दूसरा H से combine होगा, that is other atom of hydrogen, they वो दोनों मिलेंगे and you will get H2, that will be a molecule. Okay, so you have to remember this. Next thing children, you have to remember that what is a compound. So you will remember that अभी एक हाइड्रोजन है, combines with other hydrogen, and इसमें you are going to get one, if you will take one other atom, that is of oxygen. So H plus O. So they combine together, okay, they combine together to form H2O. मतलब element combine हुए and you are going to get one new molecule, that is a water molecule, or this is a new compound. दो दूसरे atoms, you'll find that the different elements are combined together. Hydrogen एक different element है, oxygen different element है. So you will find they combine together to form a compound. So how is a compound formed? Compound is formed when two or more elements or atoms they combine together, and a new compound is of different elements and compounds, different elements and atoms combine together to form a compound. So this were the important terms you are going to remember. First term you will remember, that is what is matter. Matter is anything that occupies space and has mass. Then you will remember what is an atom. So what is an atom? Atom is the basic unit of matter. Atom combined together, they form a matter. Okay, then you will remember what is an element. So what is an element? Element combines together, like your element has only one kind of particles. Then you will remember what is a molecule. So element and element combine together and they form a molecule. Further you will remember what is a compound. So what is a compound? Elements में क्या होता है? Same elements, like same atoms they form, like H2, H and H. So they form H2, that is an element. HOO together they will form O2, that is an element they combine to form a molecule. So further children, दो different elements combine होंगे, okay, like for example H plus O. Okay, different elements are combining. So when different elements are combining to form a single substance, okay, that simple substance is a compound. Okay, so did you get it children? I hope so you have got these terms. These are very important terms. And further children, okay, further you will remember, I'll just see if anybody has admitted or no. They're still joining. Okay, so further children, this was about the atoms. Very important terms were there, so you have to remember what is an atom, compound, molecule and element. You have to remember these important terms. What is an atom? The basic unit of matter. Compound, what is an atom? Then what is an element? Element is made up of only one kind of atoms. Then you will find what is molecule. When two or more kind of atoms they are bonded together, okay, they two or more atoms they combine together to form a molecule. What is a compound? When two or more different kinds of atoms, like यहाँ पे H and H plus H is like you will find it is H2. तो ये same atoms combine हो गए, तो here you are going to get a molecule. But when different atoms they combine, like H plus H plus O, that is H2O. Different elements combine हुए, so that type, different atoms combine हुए, so that type of compound, that type of substance is a compound. I hope so you have understood this. So atoms, then we have then we have compound, molecules, and elements. You have to remember these four terms. These are very, very important ones. And children, let's move further. Further, children, when the elements were introduced, okay, for the children, I just want to tell you, when the elements were in the olden age, when the elements were introduced, okay, the elements were like, for example, how the naming system was done, how the when a baby is born, obviously, in our first the first duty in the house, they start deciding the name for the baby. Yes or no? It goes on in everybody's house. So same way, children, when the elements were introduced, how to give them the names, that was a big question. So that in some in the beginning, in the some some elements were given names by the places where they were found. Okay, for example, like any of the element has found in this place. So like copper, let's take example. Copper was taken found in Cyprus. Cyprus is a place. So what is the name of C for Cyprus? So here and there it is matching, so the name given to that material which is found in Cyprus, that is copper. Everyone muted. For the children, some names were given according to the, for example, according to their colors. Like for example, gold and all. Okay, gold is it's taken. What is the meaning of gold in English? It is, the meaning is yellow. So gold, when gold was introduced, when gold was found, the color was yellow. So the name given to gold was the name, like it was given gold. What Autrium, what actually is the Autrium, what is the meaning of gold? What actually meaning is yellow. So it was every elements were given their name according to the places, or according to the characteristics, what characteristics they have, according to the color, according to the languages where according to the places where they. I'll just show you some list so that you it will be clear. Like for example, some of the, according to the Latin names, children. Okay, in the Latin, so antimony, like copper name is cuprum, so gold name is aurum, so the formula is Au. Iron, the name of iron is ferrum. Okay, so the formula is Fe. Lead, plumbum, so it is, the formula is Pb. Mercury, hydronium. So this was a list, children. Silver also, the name was argentinum. So you will wonder, Miss, silver, the formula is, why not Si is not a formula, so silver ka formula is Ag, because according to their Latin names, the names, it has derived that formula. So this was about the sodium. What is the name of sodium? Natrium. So Na, the first two letters were taken. So children, also you have to remember, in the periodic table, okay, in the periodic table, when I write the symbols, always the first letter will be capital. When I write the name of the when I write the name of the element, the first letter is going to be capital, and when I write the second letter, it's going to be in the small case. Always. Let's take example, lithium. So L will be capital, the second letter will be small. Okay, in beryllium, first letter is capital, the second letter is small. Okay, so always, children, all the 118 elements, if you observe, children, the first letter is capital and the second letter is small. Let's take example. I'll just show you so that you will get the correct idea. If I'm writing copper, Cu, so C, copper, capital, the first letter will be capital and the second letter will be small. Okay, if I'm writing chlorine, the first letter will be capital C and the second letter will be small. So you have to remember, whenever you're writing the names of the elements, you will always remember that the first letter is going to be capital, it will be in the uppercase, and the second letter will be in the lowercase. Okay, the second letter is going to be in the lowercase. You have to remember this, children. It's very important, as I have told you last year also, but this is very important part. So children, this was about the elements. And further, children, when the names, then now this it was decided, let's give names on the basis of color or the places. So this way the elements, the naming ceremony, or the naming the name, it's not a naming ceremony, but just it was joking, but just the elements were given their names according to their Latin names, Greek names, according to the places where they are found, according to their colors. So according to their features, different features, the elements were given the names. Now who gives the names, children? Now the very new elements, when they are discovered, who gives the names? Okay, various elements are discovered nowadays, like who is going to decide the names of that elements? So that's a big task, children, because now, at least, because we cannot give names according to the olden patterns, like let's give the names on the basis of their places. So now it is decided by I'll just show you. This is decided. The names of the elements is decided by IUPAC. IUPAC. So what is IUPAC, children? Let's see. So this is the IUPAC. This is International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. The full form of IUPAC is IUPAC. So IUPAC is International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. So when any of the element is discovered, so if any of the scientist finds that this, yes, this is a new element. Now this, I'm talking about the present stage, children. If now, if you all are listening to me, might be you will discover any element in future. So how you're going to, where you're going to tell about the properties, and where you're going to tell the name, and like what it's your element, you have found that element. So who is going to take care of the element, who is going to put into the periodic table, who is going to spread the information about that element which is discovered by you? So that work will be done by IUPAC. So what is IUPAC? International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. So whatever information about that element is there, whichever you have discovered in future, might be you may discover. So that element, color, name, everything will be decided. Or if you are suggesting, fine, but this, the names and all will be decided by the IUPAC, that is International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. So they decide the name of the element, they decide the properties of the, like what the properties will be described by you only. As a scientist, you are going to tell the properties. So once the element is fixed, yes, this element is there in the surrounding, and then it will be placed in the periodic table. So this way, now how many elements are discovered? Imagine, children, look at this. So many elements are discovered in the periodic table. We have so many, like different scientists came forward with the elements, and imagine now we have the last element, that is Ognesian. Okay, that is Ognesian. So 118 children, this Og, that is the last element, which is a noble gas. So let's see further. You may discover any of the element in the periodic table. Let's see what anything can happen in future. So this was the about the introduction of the, this was about the introduction of the about the atoms, how the introduction of the elements, how they were introduced, how the names were given to them. So this was discussed in the third page of the chapter. Further, children, some symbols were given, because now hydrogen ka H was taken, then a carbon C was taken. But before that, John Dalton gave some symbols. Okay, John Dalton said that let's give some symbols to these elements. As these elements are introduced, let's symbolize it. So these were some symbols given to them, like a circle and a dot, that is hydrogen, a circle and a C, that is copper. So a circle and L, that is lead. If you observe a circle and it is shaded with black, that is carbon. A circle with blank, it's nothing is there inside that is oxygen. So these symbol, a circle with S, that is silver. So these type of symbols were given by John Dalton. So John Dalton said that instead of like how you're going, names were introduced like according to their places, according to their colors, but how you're going to write in the periodic table. So John Dalton came with the best idea. He said that let's write the elements on by different symbols, and these he gave few symbols like look at gold, dots are there to the border and G is there in the center. Mercury, you will find dots are there in the border. So these different symbols were given to the elements. Okay, then these symbols were proposed by John Dalton. John Dalton gave this symbols, but nowadays we don't use those symbols, we use the symbols of their names only. Like hydrogen, like hydrogen is H, helium He. So we use the according to their names only, we use their symbol. So I'll just show you the first 10 elements, at least everybody knows, and I'm going to tell you something about the first 10 elements. Look at this, everybody knows these elements: hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon. Look at the symbols, children. That is abbreviations. So we have hydrogen ka H, helium He, lithium Li, beryllium Be, boron B, carbon C, nitrogen N, oxygen O, fluorine F, and neon Ne. Why I told this is a kind of revision for you. You have learned last year, but everybody needs to know it. Okay, children, I'm just going to tell you something new now, children. You have to pay attention. Just pay attention. Don't look here and there. Okay. So look at the. I'm just going to show you the first three elements. Now, everybody knows what is an atom. It is the tiniest part of that matter. So I'm going to take first one, that is hydrogen. Okay, hydrogen ka number 1 hai. So this is hydrogen. How will be the atom of hydrogen? Every now the atoms were discovered, like the term atom was discovered by Democritus and Democritus and Leucippus. Democritus named that as atom. But how actually is an atom? Let's see, children. Okay, just pay attention. Abhi first one, I wrote it wrong. It's first one is only hydrogen. Second one we have helium. Okay, second one is helium. So first one we have hydrogen. Okay, so just H, that is the symbol of hydrogen. Atomic number, so what is the atomic number? 1. What is the symbol? Hydrogen ka symbol H. Okay, at hydrogen, the symbol of hydrogen is H. So how will be the atomic structure? How will be the atom of an hydrogen? Every element has its atom. So now hydrogen ka atom kaisa hoga? Let's see. Not only hydrogen, but we will study about other things, other elements also. So how many, what is the atomic number of hydrogen? 1. So how many look at this, huh? There are 3 subatomic particles in an atom. 3 और particles होते हैं atom में. So first is proton, which will be positively charged. Other will be electron, which will be negatively charged. And one is the neutron. Neutron का charge है 0. Okay, neutron charge will be 0. Neutron does not have any charge. So three particles है atoms के. Okay, I'll just show you the structure so that you will get the correct idea. Look at this. Okay, so every atom will be having like a kind of nucleus. Look at this red color part in the center. That is a nucleus. Okay, that is a nucleus. वो न्यूक्लियस में प्रोटॉन्स एंड न्यूट्रॉन्स रहते हैं. ओके, यू विल फाइंड नंबर ऑफ प्रोटॉन्स, सम number of neutrons in that nucleus. And the particle which is moving in the orbit, can you see one particle which is moving in the orbit? That particle is the electrons. So what atoms they have? Atoms have protons, neutrons and electrons. So these 3 particles, if you observe, I'll just show you. This will be the structure of an atom. कैसे रहेगा atom? Look at this. You will find the green color and blue color which is there in the center. Those are the protons and neutrons which will be present in the nucleus. And like we have plant cell and animal cell, children, same way we have this type of atom. How is the atomic structure? You will find a nucleus in the center, and in the center in that nucleus you're going to find protons and neutrons, and electrons will be moving in the orbits. Okay, so this is the structure of an atom. I'll just show you the carbon atom. Look at the carbon atom. So in the center, because what is the atomic number of carbon? You will find it is yeah, you will find it's 6. So you will find the number of protons and neutrons are there in the center, and you will find the electrons will be moving in the orbits. Look at the electrons nicely, they will be moving in the orbits. So what is the, you have to why I'm telling you about this, children? Because we are going to discuss an important term, that is atomic mass. Okay, atomic mass. Like for example, children, just general. I'm not telling you something like it is related to chemistry, but it's in general, children. Like for example, your roll number. Like for example, Prithvish roll number is 1. Okay, for just for example, is that his weight is 1 kg? No. A particular child in the classroom has roll number 22. So is that compulsory that his or her weight will be 22 kgs? No. Same way, children, every element has atomic number and atomic mass number. Okay, there will be, it has two types of numbers. So you have to remember there are two types of numbers. One is the atomic number and one will be the atomic mass number. So now look at this oxygen. First you have to remember that every element has a symbol. So वो oxygen का symbol क्या है? O. So you will remember atomic number. Okay, the atomic number is the roll number. How the where it is placed in the periodic table. So in the periodic table, the roll number of oxygen is 8. The placement number is 8. So that is atomic number. Okay, that is atomic number. And what is the atomic number? 8. What is the atomic number of oxygen? I'm just seeing anybody has admitted or no. The atomic number, you will find that the atomic number is 8. And the symbol, okay, what is the symbol that like how you're going to, because instead of writing atomic number every time, you will find the symbol given to atomic number is Z. The symbol given to atomic number is Z. The symbol of like for example, oxygen is O, hydrogen is H, helium is He. Same way, atomic number. How you are going to write the atomic number? What actually is the symbol? Atomic number is denoted by Z. You are going to write atomic number is denoted by Z, and atomic mass number is denoted by A. So you have to remember every element has atomic number and atomic mass number. Every element has atomic number and atomic mass number. Okay, it has atomic number and atomic mass number. So atomic number is the type of like placement number, it's a type of roll number of that element. And atomic mass number is the mass of that atom. Mass of every, even human beings, they have particular mass, children. Same way this element also has its mass. So there are two types of number, atomic number and atomic mass number. So let's see what actually is atomic number and atomic mass number. You should know it. So atomic number, at least everybody knows, like roll number 1 means like if the first element is hydrogen, so atomic number is 1. Second element is helium, so atomic number is 2. Third number is lithium, so atomic number is 3. So this way you are going to find that the atomic you are going to find, look at this, atomic numbers. And atomic numbers, okay, are just are they are the placement numbers, which are according to the how it is placed in the periodic table. You will find that is the atomic number. But what is atomic mass number? There is something different in atomic mass number, children. Let's take carbon. I'll give you one example of carbon, so and I'll explain you. You will get the correct idea. अगर atomic number है 6, अगर atomic number 6 है, okay, you will find if the atomic number is 6. I'm so sorry, somebody is calling. If the atomic number is 6. Just don't know why I'm getting so many calls. If the atomic number is 6, you will find the number of protons will be 6. You have to remember there are three types of particles in atoms: protons, neutrons, and electrons. Protons are positively charged, neutrons are negatively charged, and no, neutrons are neutral charge. They don't have any charge, and electrons are negatively charged. So let's take carbon atom. In the case of carbon atom, you will find the atomic number is 6. अगर atomic number 6 है तो protons कितने हैं? 6. So same way children, in the hydrogen, what is the atomic number? 1. So how many protons are there? 1. If atomic number of helium is it's 2, so how many protons are there? 2. So this way you are going to remember the 1 minute, Arjun. So this you will be remembering the number of protons in the atoms, okay, in an atom. So children, in a carbon atom you will find 6 protons, and how many neutrons are there? 6. Okay, there are particles. I said there are three types of particles: protons, neutrons, and electrons. So protons 6 है, neutrons 6 है. So what will be the atomic mass number? Atomic mass number कैसे find out करना है? So the atomic mass number is equal to number of protons and number of neutrons. Okay, what is the atomic mass number? Atomic mass number is the number of neutrons and the number of protons. जितने भी protons and जितने भी neutrons, if you are going to add it, you will get the atomic mass number. Okay, so where will be the protons and neutrons? Protons and neutrons will be in the nucleus. You will find look at the nucleus here. In the nucleus you will find that red color balls and blue color balls. Those are the protons and neutrons. And electrons will be moving in the orbit. जितने भी, what is the atomic number? That will be the number of electrons. For example, hydrogen has one. What is the atomic number? 1. तो उसमें कितने electrons होंगे? 1. Then carbon has atomic number 6. So how many electrons will be there? 6. So you have to remember how many number of protons and neutrons will be. If you add together, you will get atomic mass number. And how many number of, what is the atomic number? That will be the electrons. Okay, I'll just write and I'll show you so that you will get the correct idea. Just 1 minute, children. Okay, let's see children. So how many number of, I'll just write and show you so that you will get the correct idea. First thing you have to remember that every atom has one nucleus. I'll just show you properly. This is an atom. It has a tiny nucleus, and in this tiny nucleus you are going to find protons and neutrons. Protons, they are positively charged. Neutrons, they are neutral. That means they do not have any charge. And electrons will be moving in the orbit. So what these three particles you have to remember? Pen, you have to remember pen. कितने particles है atom में? Atom has pen, you have to remember. What is the meaning of pen? Protons, electrons, and neutrons. What do atoms they have? Pen. They have pen. That means you have to remember it has protons, electrons, and neutrons. So protons का charge क्या है? Protons are positively charged, electrons are negatively charged, and neutrons are zero charge. So what do atoms they have? Which type of three subatomic particles are there in an atom? So first chapter, children, keep in mind, first chapter we had started everything is made up of matter. बाद में अब भी पता चला, yes, in this chapter we came to know that whatever matter is made up, like matter we see around us, it is made up of tiny particles. And again that tiny particle, tiniest particle में भी 3 particle होते हैं, and that 3 particles are protons, electrons, and neutrons. So pen you have to remember, atoms में क्या है? Protons, electrons, and neutrons. So protons are positively charged, electrons are negatively charged, and neutrons are zero charge. So these things you at least you remember. Ab children, okay, now number of, like for example, atomic number, hydrogen is 1, okay, helium is 2, lithium is 3, okay, lithium, what is हाइड्रोजन 1 है and helium 2 है. Let's see these two at least. So first is hydrogen. So hydrogen में like protons, neutrons and electrons. Okay, let's see. Protons and neutrons add करके you are going to get atomic mass number. Atomic mass number. When you're going to get atomic mass number, when the nucleus, whatever is there in the nucleus, if you're going to add, that is protons and neutrons add karoge, so you will get atomic mass number. Atomic number, how you will get the atomic number? Somebody has joined now? Yes. So how you will get atomic number? Atomic number will be number of electrons. Okay, electrons, number of electrons. Abhi is hydrogen ka, what is the what is the number of atomic number of hydrogen? 1. तो उसमें कितने electrons होंगे? 1. What is the atomic number of helium? 2. So what is the number of electrons? 2. So you have to remember this. जितने भी protons है, जितने भी neutrons है, ये दोनों कहाँ पे रहेंगे? It will be in the nucleus. So the number of protons plus number of neutrons will give atomic mass number. What they are going to give? An atomic mass number is denoted by Z. Children, muted. So number of protons plus number of neutrons will give atomic mass number. And jitne bhi electrons hai, how many number of electrons are there? That will be the atomic number. So it's very easy to identify. First thing, children, let's brief nicely. I'll just give you a brief idea. You will get it. You will understand. It's very easy. So whatever we see around us, it is made up of matter. Matter is made up of tiny pieces, and the indivisible part of the matter, that is the tiniest part of the matter, that is the atom. So atom, if you just further, if you're going to find, like they said that atom is indivisible, but what atom it contains, what is the structure of an atom? Usme teen particles hai. One is proton, one is neutron, and one is electron. You will find these three particles in the particular atom. So protons, they have positive charge, neutrons, they are neutral, they don't have any charge, and electrons, they are negatively charged. So these three particles are present in an atom. So you will find proton is denoted by P, obviously the starting letter, neutron is denoted by N, and electron is denoted by E. So proton और neutron दोनों को add करेंगे, which is there in the nucleus, and that will be the atomic mass number. Or what will be the, like for example, sodium, the atomic number of sodium is 11, तो उसमें कितने electrons होंगे? 11. Keep in mind. So number of electrons is equal to the atomic number. Okay, so I think so. This was the basic one. If you have not understood also, children, don't worry, you will get the correct idea. It's a very easier part. Don't worry, children. It's a, like, you will understand it very easily once you read your textbook. You have to remember what is the atomic mass number. I have lost it somewhere, children. I'll just, okay, I have lost it. Yeah. So what you are going to remember? Number of protons plus number of neutrons is equal to atomic mass number, and number of electrons is equal to atomic number. Same way, children. Now look at this. This one is these are the elements from 1 to 10. So you have to remember that this 1 to 10 is the atomic number, and Li, Be, those are the symbols given to the elements. So it's a simple. This was about 1 to 10. We have so many elements in the periodic table. So each and every element has its atomic number, and also it has the atomic mass number. Atomic number is denoted by A, and atomic mass number is denoted by Z. I hope so. It's not I don't know whether you are confused or no. I'll just complete one part and then I'm going to leave you. So children, look at this. When you comb your hair, okay? Like when you comb your hair, or else in the winter time, when you take your hands near the television screen, Okay, when you take your hands near the mobile screen, or you just try to you will find that balloons and all, like when you rub a balloon and if you take near your hair, okay, if you take your, what you're going to find out, children, you will find there will be your hair are going to stand like center shock. You will find that it stands, children. So after this, some other particles were introduced. अभी तो matter discover हुआ है in the first and second chapter. Then you have seen about atoms discovered हुए हैं. Then some subatomic particles like pen, protons, electrons, neutrons were discovered. अभी ये क्या है? What actually is this? So after few days, static electricity was introduced. Like for example, with the best interesting experiment, you try it in your house. You take pieces of paper, you rub a scale onto your hair, and you just take it near that pieces of paper. You will find that pieces of paper will stick onto the scale. Okay, why this happens? Because you will find that this is due to the static electricity. You will find when you comb your hair, children, it's very difficult. You will find that it stands like, you will find there due to the tiny particles, which are charges. Okay, which are the main charges, and that charges are the two ions. Okay, these are the two ions, and these two ions are cations and anions. So children, from where we have come to where, children, just do have a look. अभी कहाँ से आए? The first chapter we have studied about matter. Matter is made up of tiny particles, that is atoms. Atoms में क्या है? There are three subatomic particles, that is pen, protons, electrons, neutrons. Now we have like now further some ions were introduced, some charges were introduced. ये because of the like it was introduced that क्या, what actually, why the hair is standing like that? Why? But there will be some charges there, because due to the some charges this is happening. So the charges introduced were ions. Okay, about charges were introduced as ions, and those were the charged particles. Those are the charged particles which are positively charged and negatively charged. This positively charged and negatively charged particles are known as ions. IONS. So positively charged ions are known as cations, and negatively charged particles are known as anions. So here I'm going to stop, children. I hope so you have understood. And if you have not understood, don't worry. Again, we will be repeating in the next part of the chapter. Okay, I'm just going to leave you, children. And the notes I'm going to send you, children, I'm going to send you few notes. I hope so. Till here you have understood. If you have not understood, again within 1 second, I'm going to just repeat and you will get the clear idea, children. Chapter 1, we have studied about matter. Matter, whatever we see around us, it is made up of matter. Keep in mind, matter is made up of tiny particles. वो tiny particles होते हैं atoms. Atoms में क्या होता है? Pen, that is protons, electrons, neutrons. When atoms, when there are further one like only the charged particles were introduced, and those charged particles are the ions, that is positive ions and negative ions. So keep in mind, first is matter. First level पे कौन है? Matter. Then atoms. Atoms में कौन है? Pen. Pen, that is protons, electrons and neutrons. Further you will find that there are some charged particles also. Those are positively charged and negatively charged particles. I hope so you have understood. And if you have not understood, don't worry, children, you can ask me doubts. Okay, don't worry. Children, today like I'm going to send the notes of this chapter. Try to read it, children. 100, it's my guarantee you will understand it correctly. If you have not understood, I'm just, anytime you message me, I'm just there to answer your questions. Don't worry. And even though if you have not understood what is happening, what was happening today, like Miss was go like atomic mass, because I can understand within one term. Like if I'm explaining, you won't understand it because these terms are new for you. So I'm just going to, I'll try to send the video, and hope so you will understand. Watch the video properly, try to understand it, and it's my guarantee that you will understand it. Okay, okay, you may leave, children. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, children. Thank you, everyone, children.